I have a long, fresh, hot chili. It's a Fresno, right?
Yep. I don't know, it's Fresno.
It might be a Fresno, we don't know. Hello, my grain girlies and my feta folks. It's Carla, and I'm here again in my kitchen today for another recipe. Today I am making roasted veg grain salad with herb sauce and feta. I really love to think about a grain salad in the fall. This is a great way to use a whole medley of vegetables, to roast them off together, to season them together, and then combine them with perfectly cooked but chewy grains. The secret to a good grain salad is all about the dressing. So we're looking for a dressing that is super herbaceous because grains are thirsty and they're greedy and they're gonna soak it all up. So you gotta load it on, you gotta add crunch, you gotta add veggies, and at the end, you're gonna have a grain salad that is tantalizing and satisfying enough to be eaten as a veggie main. This is absolutely a salad that you can make when you have leftover cooked veg, but I'm gonna start with vegetables that I'm gonna roast off from scratch: shallot, carrot, and fennel. You can really use anything that you like the taste of roasted. And for seasoning, it's going to be a good amount of olive oil. I want to generously coat, and I want these things to get really nice and brown in the oven. And then just for a little like something extra, I'm adding smoked paprika. Toss everybody around and get them coated. So I want my shallots like a little bit softer. I'm gonna put those at the edge of the pan because, as we have covered before in our sheet pan anatomy, the edge of the pan is going to be the hottest and the fennel is kind of dense, so I'm gonna tuck those guys towards the edges. It doesn't look good, it looks great. It's gonna go into the oven now. The herb sauce is exactly what it sounds like. It's gonna be almost like a salsa verde if a salsa verde was a vinaigrette. So I'm going to use the dark green and the light green part of the scallions. So I'm doing this like real lazy lady way and going from the top down instead of trimming the roots. Sometimes you just have to do something because you feel like doing it and then find out if it was a good thing to do. I mean, a great decision to make at any age would be to like and subscribe to the channel. And like, honestly, even if you don't like this video or have no intention of subscribing, it doesn't cost you anything to like it. And then like the benefit for me and my crew is huge. So just like smash that button. It's so easy. Copious amount of scallion going in there. And then I've got a mixture of herbs over here. So I have Thai basil, and I have dill, and I have chives. Instead of Thai basil, it could be regular basil. Instead of dill and chives, maybe you're using like a little bit of mint and some tarragon or parsley. I would use some oregano in the mix with other things, or marjoram is really delicious. I always try with herbs, especially with tender herbs, to not go back and forth over them lots of times, because the more you cut into it or press it, the more you bruise it. I'll do the same thing with the dill, but I'm gonna keep more of the stem because these are like nice and young and tender. Not to be ageist about it, but they are. I have a long red chili. You can use any chili of any spiciness that you desire. I'm gonna thinly slice this. I'm also gonna taste it because I'm not sure how spicy this guy is, since I don't even actually know what kind of pepper it is. I think it's spicy because my eyes are watering a little. It's really good. I'm gonna put this much in because I feel excited today. I'm gonna grate in 1 clove of garlic for more kick and freshness and pungency. Extra virgin olive oil. And this is also like such a salsa verde thing that you pour in the oil and then you think like the proportions are way off. But as it sits, you'll find that it'll become like just the right amount to coat. I have white distilled vinegar. It's just the pure like vinegariness of vinegar and such a clean, acidic flavor. And I really love it, especially in combination with other acidic ingredients. It just has a ton of payoff. And you can use it for cleaning and you can make pickles with it. The recipe calls for an entire lemon, and I'm gonna honor that. The smell of the lemon and the vinegar are making me salivate. It was like so bright and so herby, and then there was like a little sweetness. Little black peps. Okay, this sauce, this dressing should be bright, punchy, a little spicy, acidic, salty. It has to be like extra seasoned because when it's combined with all those grains, it's gonna get diluted quite a bit. My veggies feel really good. I'm gonna pull them out. And just gonna show you what I'm looking for. If you go in with a cake tester, like the core of the carrot still has some resistance, but the outside is nice and tender. I can't chop these until they cool down a bit. So in the meantime, I will take care of the celery that goes into the salad. Celery is controversial. So if you're not a celery person, you can use kohlrabi, raw fennel to complement the cooked fennel, maybe even radish would be really nice. So something with that really rigid but wet crunch. I'm using my mandolin. I'm going crosswise because I think we've been doing celery on a diagonal for so long. The little lima bean shape of these is really pleasing to me. So in this bowl, I have 2 cups of grains that have been cooked according to the pasta cooking method for grains, which I have a short and a whole video on, so you can go check that out. I'm using red rice, which is so pretty and so delicious, but you can use any whole grain, including brown rice. You could do this with farro, wheat berries, spelt berries, rye berries, all of the grains. You could even do it with quinoa, which, newsflash, is not a grain, it's a seed. So everybody stop calling it a grain. This is it, guys. I have my herb sauce, AKA salsa verde, AKA herby vinaigrette, whatever you want to call it. I don't care what you call it, I just want you to make it. I've also got some chopped toasted almonds. Any kind of crunchy thing here would work. If you are not a nut person, head over to the pepita, sunflower seed, sesame seed part of the world. If you wanted to use a different crunchy thing, like you want to combine grains and croutons, knock yourself out, not gonna stop you. It could also be something like a prepared fried shallot. And so now I just want to make sure that all of the herbs and all of the herb sauce is coating all of the grains. And like I said, you start with something very concentrated, very robust, and then you look at it in this big gigantic bowl, and there's a reason why we have that much sauce. I'm gonna chop my veggies, and there's no set predetermined size for these. These carrots are kind of large, so I think you can really just like go with the flow. These are still warm, which on the one hand is making it slightly challenging to cut them. On the other hand, they're gonna absorb the dressing so nicely while they're warm, so ends up being a good thing. These are beautiful. Like they were already red, but then the paprika just made them totally gorgeous. Very happy with my veg distribution. Very happy with my herb coatingness. Oh my God. Those almonds are doing work. I'm so happy that they're there. Last step, and this is another salty thing. I'm adding feta. Instead of feta, you could use another kind of mild crumbly cheese. Something like ricotta salata, I think would be really great. Like a young pecorino would be really nice. A provolone that isn't too sharp would be really good. Hippie Bowl for One, coming right up. It's beautiful. I'd be so psyched to eat this for dinner. Continually shocked and amazed by the dressing's ability to soak into every grain. It's delicious. It's nutritious. It's malleable. It's easy. It's beautiful. What else you could possibly ask for? Yeah, this is grain salad and the Technicolor Dreamboat.